Alright, so now we're going to continue our review for the Unit 4 lecture exam, and we want to now talk about the landforms that are going to be created by coastal processes. And so what is going to determine these landforms are what's the climate like, so how much rain do you get and what's the temperature like. Also, what is the wind systems, so all of that goes with the climate. Okay, then you got the strength and the direction of the ocean waves as they lap onto the shore. What is the height of the tides? What is the slope of the seafloor? Offshore features might be things like coral reefs or breakwaters that are further out to sea. What's the hardness of the rocks that the waves are pounding on? What is the amount of sediment that is being carried out to sea by the land? So maybe there's a river and a delta, and so it's carrying material out to sea. Okay, then what about the amount of vegetation that's on the land? And also, what about the tectonics? So is this an area that is tectonically active or is it passive? Okay, here's some words that you need to know. So I could give you the picture and then ask you to label the picture. So what is the coast? What is the backshore? What is the foreshore? What is the near shore? And then what is the offshore? Okay, you need to know that waves can be refracted. So when we talked about earthquakes, we said that as a earthquake is traveling through the earth, when it gets to a different kind of rock, what could happen is it could change its direction. So that was called refraction. And depending on whether this is more dense or less dense than this rock here, it could either be refracted this way or it could be refracted in that direction. Well, notice that a wave can do the same thing. So as a wave is approaching the shore, it's going into shallower water and it's having to slow down. And so as it's slowing down, that's what's causing the refraction to occur. And so you don't need to know the mathematics of refraction, but you need to know what refraction is. And that ocean waves refract as they get closer to the shoreline. And one thing that I'd like for you to see is that here is a picture of, let's say that this is the shoreline, and then this is a rock that is sticking out into the ocean. Notice that refraction is causing more water to hit the point right here. So erosion is going to occur here, but deposition is going to be occurring back here. So notice the sandy beach back here, but notice that this is being eroded away. And so that's going to make a particular kind of landform, which I'll show you here in just a moment. Okay, another thing you should know about is what is a longshore current, what is a rip current, and then what is beach drift. Okay, so study that picture. So that's just some words that you need to know for the exam. Okay, then you need to know the difference between an emergent coastline and a submergent coastline. So the submergent coastline is drowned, and then the emergent one is out of the water. And notice that you have different kinds of features. In an emergent coastline, you have erosion. But in the submergent coastline, you have deposition that is occurring. Okay, and you should, on those pictures there are some words, and those are just definitions that you should know for the exam. So here again is some depositional landforms. So know these names for the exam. And then here are some erosional landforms. So again, know these names before the exam. Okay, let's take one more break. When we come back, let's talk about what are the hazards of coastal processes and then what can we do about it.